Hello, hi, my name is Siwoo Kim, and I'm a violinist based in New York City.
And I'm Michael Torke, composer, based both here in New York and in Las Vegas. I was just thinking about how we live in a time where music is used differently from in the past. And so when you think about how people carrying their phones around, that music becomes like the soundtrack to everyday life. And there are so many times when we do, after a long week or after a hard day, we want to relax. When we think of classical music in symphonic form or sonata form, it's about contrasts. It's about moving from this emotion to that emotion. And that, of course, it's not only traditional, but it's wonderfully effective. But I was thinking, you know, sometimes I just want to hear a certain kind of music and I want it to last forever. So what if you did an entire album, 12 unwritten second movements of violin concertos, and offered that to the world in the kind of tumultuous times we live. So that was the conception.
So recording this work is truly an honor for me, and also it was an honor to work with Silas Brown and the East Coast Chamber Orchestra, affectionately as we call ECCO. It's a group that I've worked with on and off for about a decade, and whenever I do get together with them, the spirit is about high quality music making, searching for truth, and like bringing out all the nuances as string players that we are. I've been doing a great deal of teaching, and I've been talking to my students about how string instruments, they are closely related to how a human voice works.
Especially since it's so close.
That's right. And our bow is basically like breath before the tone even comes out with how the corsair goes against the string. ECCO is such an amazing ensemble because they are able to capture those nuances of tone of voice so well, like the variety that we speak of. And in your work last, all 12 movements I found to be so potent and characterful in bringing out different nuances of the string instrument.
And I'd like to add that Siwoo and I met before the recording day, which was May 1st, 2025, to rehearse and to talk through the music. Siwoo absorbed it, and I just wanted to say what happened on recording day. The clock starts at 10. That's when the red light goes on and they record, and everyone's a little bit tense. I positioned myself next to the producer, Silas Brown, and I co-produced it, so he needed me in the control room. He turned to me, you don't know this, and he said, "Michael, shut your mouth."
What? No.
He said, "Don't, just sit back today, just watch." And you have to understand that ECCO, East Coast Chamber Orchestra, plays without a conductor. And by virtue of Siwoo knowing the music, Silas, who's a genius, figured that Siwoo would lead and give the kind of shorthand that string players say, and that I'm the composer, it's gotta go this way, it's gotta go that way. He said, just lay back, let them do it. And that was the best advice ever, because you took charge, and it came out as beautifully as it did.
That's so cool.
I never told you that.
For me, one of the particular highlights of that day was recording last Friday and getting to really know it intimately with the group all being present in such an amazing acoustical space. Just like hearing, I'm a sucker for like overtones and sound, and the way that you had so many different suspensions going on and everything, being surrounded by such an amazing group producing. And then you said something from the booth that like gave me chills. When looking at the score, you were saying that there were like 3 different voices moving at different rates?
Yes. That there's one voice moving at this rate, but then the second voice is twice as long, and the third voice is twice as long as that. So it's all symmetrical. Not that you can really hear that, but you can sense that there's something going on structurally.
But it was insane. When you told us that, all the musicians of ECCO I could sense, along with me, were like, oh, okay, like this guy really knows what he's doing.
Yeah, right.
What a compositional flex. Yeah.